let's quickly break into those visuals coming in from Uttar Pradesh, the Indian Air Force displaying its strength, its power in the skies today. So that, remember, ladies and gentlemen, has been happening in Uttar Pradesh's Ganga Expressway. Of course, an extremely important, crucial expressway when we talk about the preparedness that India has for war. But the Indian Air Force fighter jets, whether it's Rafale, it's C-130 Hercules, MiG-29, all of these Jaguars, they're all there displaying the kind of power, the kind of strength, the kind of preparedness that the Indian Air Force has with the kind of tensions that India and Pakistan are witnessing, obviously clearly sending out a message as well to Pakistan to be very, very alert and careful of what India can do and therefore stop the kind of terrorism that it has been spreading here on Indian soil. You see those visuals, they are very reflective of the kind of power that the Indian Air Force today exerts. Rafale jets, MiG-29, C-130 Hercules, Jaguars, all different aircraft meant for different kind of strategic positioning in war, in battle. They are used and these have been now displayed. But what's also crucial to note, viewers, is the fact, is the location where this is happening, Ganga Expressway in Uttar Pradesh. Extremely important. This is the first expressway of the country which has the facility of both daytime as well as nighttime landing, and that it in itself gives a huge boost, a huge impetus to the Indian Air Force in the kind of situation that India is grappling with, and therefore the use of it, the display of strength at the moment as we speak by the Indian Air Force reflects the kind of messaging that the Indian Armed Forces want to send out today, and that is, don't mess with us because we are prepared for any kind of eventuality, and that is what you see on your screens, whether it's the Sukhois, it's the Jaguars, the Hercules aircraft, Rafale jets, all of them converging in Uttar Pradesh and displaying their differing strengths. The kind of strategic moves that these aircraft are displaying today, remember viewers, is the kind of message that India today wants to send out, that be it any situation, we are prepared. In the skies, on land, in waters, we are prepared to counter you and to make sure that the perpetrators of terrorism on Indian soil are brought to justice. Of course, rattled Pakistan has been, admitting one after the other. Its leadership has been admitting that, yes, Pakistan has been involved in a dark past. In fact, let's just correct them. It's not past, it is Pakistan's present, and a very dark one at that, of perpetrating terror and terrorism on Indian soil. Whether it was their current foreign minister, Khwaja Asif, who said that Pakistan has been doing the dirty work of the West for decades, or their former foreign minister, Bilawal Bhutto, who in his latest statement has admitted and accepted that Pakistan does have that dark past and that they have been doing this over and over again. But what's also interesting to note, viewers, is that while Pakistan keeps admitting to it and keeps carrying out these attacks on Indian soil, it also somehow becomes the victim of terrorism each time that it attacks India and Indians. And that is what is, surprising, that Pakistan, the perpetrator of terrorism, always somehow likes to take out its victim card and play it out each time there is a terror attack by Pakistan-sponsored terrorism on Indian soil. My colleague Pradeep Datta is at the moment at Ganga Expressway. Let's quickly cut across to him. Pradeep, these are visuals that reflect the kind of strength, the kind of power and the kind of preparedness that the Indian Air Force has today, with the kind of rattled Pakistan that has been making statements after statements of admitting that they are involved in spreading terrorism. And that is a message that today is going across very clearly by the Indian Air Force, by the Indian Armed Forces, that we are ready for any eventuality.
Yes, you're absolutely right, because ever since we have taken that India has taken slew of measures after Prime Minister's assertion of Mitti Mein Mila Dunga, since then we have seen that Pakistan is completely rattled. Now we have seen there are admissions coming from many of their leaders saying that yes, they had been helping and hand in glove with the terrorist organizations. So, but that's not going to make any difference on the ground, because India knows that whatever Pakistan says, they are not really serious about acting against terror. That's really very important, because they are the one who continue to sponsor terror-related activities on Indian soil and spill blood of innocents. So what exactly is happening here in Jalalabad, that's in Shahjahanpur? We have seen that the Air Force drill is on and Indian Air Force power is on display, and this area is just 1,000 kilometers away from Pakistan. Definitely this is going to send shivers down the spine of Pakistan once they will see all those fighter aircraft, including Rafale, hovering over the Jalalabad sky. Already we've seen a large number of youngsters here are present. They're quite excited to see. Short while back they saw the Jaguar aircraft flying past this area, because they know that it's not only the Indian airport that's stronger, but what is more important is the game changer. Look at this Ganga Expressway that is still under construction, and 3.5 kilometer airstrip is already being constructed, and this 3.5 kilometer airstrip is going to be game changer. It's going to be alternate emergency airstrip in case any of the airbase is destroyed by the enemy aircraft during bombardment. That is, this airstrip can be utilized, and this airstrip is far away from the scanner of the radar, so that it can really help Indian Air Force during difficult times, during wartime, even disaster or emergency measures also. So that way it's really going to be very important. And there is a saying also. They say that you make roads, finally roads help you make country. And that's exactly happening in India, especially in Uttar Pradesh, where we have seen that how there have been 4 expressways. One of the expressways is Bundelkhand, then there is the Agra-Lucknow expressway, then there is the Purvanchal expressway, and now this Ganga expressway. This expressway has got that airstrip, 3.5 kilometer, which has got only airstrip in the country, which has got the night landing facility. And let me show you again how actually everybody is waiting. Waiting. Let me show you again. Look at this. Now another
Right, that was of course my colleague Pradeep Datta. He is getting us live visuals from Uttar Pradesh's Ganga Expressway. Viewers, as Pradeep was saying, this is the kind of display of power that India wants to put across today, the kind of messaging that the Indian Armed Forces wants to give out today. And remember, the Prime Minister has also led this entire call of making sure that the perpetrators of this attack are brought to justice. Pradeep is live with us. Pradeep, go ahead. These are different aircraft, whether it's Jaguar, whether it's C-130 Hercules, Rafale jets, all of them converging in Uttar Pradesh today. This particular crucial Ganga Expressway, very strategically located and very, very important when we talk about the kind of tensions that India and Pakistan are grappling with at the moment.
So let me explain you. The place where I'm standing, it is just about 1,000 kilometers away from Indo-Pak border. And that means whenever any of the aircraft is flying over this area, and this is definitely going to send shivers down the spine of Pakistan. And now people will be asking how it's going to make Pakistan shiver. Already this thing has happened in 2019, because we have seen that after Pulwama bombing, how Indian Air Force was able to penetrate deep inside Pakistani territory, and they were able to destroy and demolish Jaish-e-Mohammed headquarters. And they know when whatever is being asserted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that is going to be translated into words, and those words are going to be translated into action. And that's one of the reasons that they are scared of this thing. And now we have seen that many of the leaders have already started coming out saying that yes, we had been hand in glove with the terrorist organization. But the question arises, this is not important that you are admitting your role in sponsoring terror. What is more important right now for India is how you are going to act against terror. But so far you are not acting against terror. You are only trying to secure those terror-related elements. Short while back here on Times Now we showed a story and intelligence inputs how Hafiz Saeed is being provided security, and he's been shifted to Mia Beef cantonment area of army in Lahore, where he is being secured. 24/7 SSC commanders are there. Whenever he has to move out, bulletproofs are provided. Let me show you. Look at this airstrip. This airstrip is a game changer. It is a 3.5 kilometer airstrip where actually today many of those fighter aircraft, including Rafale, are going to touch down, and that's making many people skip their heartbeats. And you can see large number of youngsters are waiting for Rafale, because that Rafale is going to be game changer, which will move at a speed of about 1.8 Mach. That means more than 2,500 kilometers per hour. And Rafale is considered to be 4.5 generation aircraft, considered to be one of the best that India has got. And on one hand, where India has got the best air force, then India has got
absolutely,
the best
Pradeep. Rafale jets and all of these aircraft of the Indian Air Force today displaying India's strength. But Pradeep, thanks very much for joining us at the moment, getting us the latest from Ganga Expressway. Viewers, we will keep getting you the latest on this. But right now, it's time for a short break. Stay tuned.